You know the feeling. It's not just being tired. It's a heaviness. It's when you wake up and the first thought that hits you isn't good morning. It's, ugh, again. You look at your to-do list, your gym clothes, that project deadline, and you feel nothing. Just a flat, gray void. You know what you're supposed to do. You have a dozen motivational videos saved. Your logical brain is screaming at you to just get up. But your body feels like it's filled with concrete. This is rock bottom. It's the place where all the usual advice feels like a slap in the face. Just be positive. Break it down into small steps. Remember your why. When you're in this state, that advice is meaningless. What if I told you the reason you're stuck isn't because you're lazy or broken or uninspired? What if I told you you've just fallen into a psychological trap and an identity trap, and that the secret to getting out isn't about finding motivation at all? It's about building a new identity from the ground up. Most of us have been taught the process of motivation completely backwards. We think it's a linear path. First, you get inspired. Maybe you watch a movie or see someone's success on Instagram. That inspiration gives you a jolt of motivation, and then, fueled by that motivation, you finally take action.
This is the waiting game. You're passively waiting for the lightning of inspiration to strike. But when you're at rock bottom, the sky is clear. There is no lightning coming. The truth, which high performers understand, is that the loop actually works in reverse. You take action first. Just one tiny, pathetic feeling action. That action creates a small spark of inspiration. A feeling of, hey, I did a thing. That inspiration then builds real, sustainable motivation, which makes it easier to take the next action. It's an endless loop. But this presents a paradox, doesn't it? How do you take action when you have zero motivation to begin with? How do you start the engine when the battery is completely, totally dead? That's where the secret comes in. The most powerful force in the human mind is not desire, or goals, or logic. It's the need to stay consistent with your own identity. Your brain, especially the primal emotional part of it, has one core directive: to make sure your actions match who you believe you are. When you're at rock bottom, it's almost always because you have unconsciously adopted a negative identity. You failed a few times, so now you believe, I am a person who quits. You've skipped the gym for a week, so now you believe, I'm a lazy person. You stared at a blank page too long, so now you believe, I am not a creative person. The moment you adopt that identity, your brain will fight you on any action that contradicts it. You try to go to the gym, your brain says, whoa, hold on. Lazy people don't do that. Let's watch Netflix instead. That's what we do. You try to work on your project? Stop. People who quit don't work this hard. Let's just scroll social media. Your lack of motivation is actually a sign of your brain working perfectly. It's protecting your current identity. So you don't need to change your actions. You need to change your identity. I learned this the hard way a few years ago. I was in a massive creative slump. Every video idea felt stupid. Every script I wrote felt like a cheap copy of something else. I hadn't produced anything meaningful in months. And the identity in my head shifted from I am a creator to I am a fraud. My goals were still huge. I wanted to make great things, but my identity was fraud. So every time I sat down to write, my brain would just generate static. Why bother? It's going to be terrible. This isn't you. I was at rock bottom. The just do it advice failed. Just write for 15 minutes, they said. I'd sit there for 15 minutes, write nothing, and feel even worse, reinforcing the fraud identity. The secret wasn't to just write. The secret was to change the identity first. I had to stop trying to be a great creator. I had to aim for something smaller. I decided my new identity would be, I'm a person who writes. Not well, not a lot, just I'm a person who writes. What is the smallest possible action a person who writes can do? Write one sentence. That was it. My only goal for the day was to write one single sentence that wasn't terrible. The first day, I sat down, fought the resistance, and wrote one sentence. It took 10 minutes. The next day, I wrote 2. The day after that, I wrote a paragraph. I wasn't focused on the goal, finishing a script. I was focused on the identity, being a person who writes. Psychologist and author James Clear calls this casting votes. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to become. Going to the gym for 5 minutes. That's a vote for I'm a healthy person. Writing one sentence. That's a vote for I'm a writer. Putting one dish in the dishwasher. That's a vote for I'm a clean person. One vote doesn't win the election. You won't feel different after one day. But the secret is that you don't need to feel different. You just need to cast the vote. Day after day, you cast more votes. You start to build a tiny pile of evidence. And eventually, your brain's logic begins to shift. It sees the new pile of evidence and says, maybe we are a healthy person after all. It feels normal to go to the gym now. That is when motivation appears. Motivation is the reward you get for proving your new identity, not the spark that starts it. So, how do you use this today, right now?
Here is the 3-step reignition plan. Step 1, decide. Not what you want to achieve, who do you want to be? Forget I want to lose 20 pounds. Your new identity is I am a healthy person. Forget I want to clean my apartment. Your new identity is I am an organized person. Be specific. Choose one. Step 2, prove. What is the smallest viable proof for that identity? I mean, make it laughably small, so small that your lazy brain doesn't even bother to fight it. If you're a healthy person, your proof isn't a 1-hour workout. It's putting on your running shoes. That's it. Just put them on. If you're an organized person, your proof isn't cleaning the whole kitchen. It's taking 1 cup and putting it in the sink. Step 3, repeat. Your only job tomorrow is to cast that small vote again. Don't focus on the result. Don't look at the scale. Don't look at the mountain of work left. Focus on the identity. Your only goal is to end the day being able to say, today I was a healthy person. Or today I was a writer. Feeling at rock bottom is terrifying. It feels permanent, but it's not. It's just a signal. It's a signal that your current identity is no longer serving you and it's time to build a new one. You don't find motivation in the void. You create it. You create it by laying one brick, casting one vote, and proving to yourself in the smallest way possible who you are about to become. The motivation will find you, I promise. So, my question for you is, what is the first vote you are going to cast for your new identity right after you close this video?